And so my name is Javier Starring, and I'm co-director of the Office of Restorative Justice. I work for the Archdiocese, and I oversee the Catholic detention ministry programs on the halls and probation camps. And I'm here to really turn this around. Those are the questions that we need to be asking, right? Where is this behavior coming from? Why do young kids get involved in activities that end up injuring others? Boy, his brother, his best friend, and that a car pulls up on them and some kids get out and start shooting at them. And he said, we both started to run and I just felt that my homeboy dropped to the ground. And he said, I stopped and I picked him up. And he said, I think that the last thing that he told me was, tell my mom that I'm sorry. But I really couldn't make out what he was saying because there was so much blood coming out of his mouth. And so now, imagine this, he was 15 years old at the time. Imagine now this 15-year-old boy who lives this experience of having his best friend, his homeboy, dying in his arms. And he doesn't have the family structure, he doesn't have the support system where he can go back and talk to people and say, you know, what do I do with this pain? What do I do with this anger? In his mind, in his world, the way to deal with that pain was to go out and take out one of them. In his mind, the only way to honor the memory of his homeboy was to go out and take out one of them.
I was fortunate to receive a second chance. It's, you know, amazing just to even be here and speaking to you guys, to be out, to wear what I want, to see the sun, the fresh air and everything. I received a life sentence. I committed a crime that gave me a life sentence at the age of 16. Same age you guys are now. And I was incarcerated at the age of 17. And I've been out 3 months. And it's just been, amazing being out. My family, it can happen to anyone. The night I committed my crime, I didn't know the guy who did it, who actually pulled the trigger. I was there when it happened, didn't know him. Found out later that he was from a rival gang. He could have easily turned the gun on me and killed me. But in our way of thinking, that didn't matter. We had a purpose to go and take a truck, and it went wrong. I didn't know him. I didn't know he had a gun. I just knew he was going to go and commit a crime. And in my way of thinking, I was going to go and help him get away with this. And I went with them. They started arguing, and he shot the man. He killed him. He shot him point blank in the chest with a .357. And I never forget that night. I hear that man screaming, and I hear the sound of blood hitting the ground. I don't know if you've ever dumped out a bucket of water from about right here, and just dumped it out, the sound, the splash it makes. That's what it sounded like. I never forget that night. I'm standing on the passenger side of the truck, and I'm looking around, and as I think back now, my whole purpose was just to go and keep an eye out on the street side and make sure everything was okay. I hear a gunshot, and I turn around. And I see this man fall against his truck and screaming. And I turn and look at everybody else that was there that night, and they're running. And I look back at this man, and I can see him through the passenger side, the driver's side windows. And he's leaning on the truck. And you just hear this sound of just water splashing. It was this man bleeding out. And I didn't know what to do. I looked at him, I looked at my friends, I looked back at him, and I took out running. I started losing my family members. And I lost all my grandparents, I lost all my cousins, I lost, I would say about half of my homeboys, all dead now. My little sister went blind. My mother and my father, I thought I would never make it out to see them alive again. So when I finally decided to do something different with my life, I had already been in there for about 15, 16 years. And that's why I tell you, it's just a blessing to be out here again, just to be free. I never thought while I was in there that I would ever be out again. I honestly thought that I was gonna die in prison.